Hello and welcome back to Tangle Tower. In the last episode, we arrived on the island where Detective Grimoire and Sally Spears are to carry out an investigation of who killed Flora Fiona Fellow. Well, Freya Fellow. Lots of F's. Oh, and a slight little achievement. That's nice.
We're at the top of the tower, right?
I think so. Why?
Not entirely. There is probably space.
Doesn't matter. It's nothing.
You don't like the eye watching you. I get it. Alright, in the last episode I was very interested to look at this egg, but...
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones. What a completely ordinary object.
Ooh!
I think it's a container for something.
A puzzle!
Those gems look like they come off.
Swap the positions of the gem. Rotate the egg to see a clue on the back. What? Ow! Oh, so it's not just that they need to connect. They actually need to connect up in a special way, because I was just like, this looks like green to green or something like that. But I wouldn't have any idea where to start. So, let's see. Starting from the... Wait, they are not the same. They are not the same at all. Or are they? See, this one could be this, because it's the same kind of shape. Let's see green over here. And red there. So that would fit with what that is. Can I...
Nope.
Did you check them? Pretty sure it explains where to put each of the gemstones.
Oh, okay. So that's just explaining how to get that hint. Okay. So this is the same as this. So that needs to be... oh, I have to drag them, just not just click them. So purple and blue. Right. Then we have this sort of squarish entanglement. So that is yellow and green. So that would be... Would it? No, yellow was actually right for once, so green. Okay, then this one, sort of like a square with a top hat. So that's red and blue. Well, just need to be... That should be correct.
I guess that's wrong.
What's the deal with those lines between the gems? They must mean something.
Biscuits! Is that not it? Are these not connected? Well, they are. But... Oh, not in the right way. Oh, wait, what do I do? Ah! No, it's not completely right, but it's close.
I got it.
I'm impressed.
Okay.
Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
Empty egg. Once unlocked, the egg can be opened. It's currently empty. The lining of the egg is a soft velvet-like material. The egg is supported by a stand made of brass. It rests on 3 strange feet with pointed claws. Okay,
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she was killed.
Yes.
Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
The palette has a variety of paints loaded onto it. The largest blob of black in the middle. Okay, let's say that's black. The paintbrush is still covered with dried red paint. Okay.
There it is. The unfinished...
So...
Looks that way.
Yes, we knew that.
Is that a gramophone?
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
It plays cassette tapes instead of vinyl records. It's pointed towards the middle of the room. There's a notable crack running through it, all the way from the horn down through the tape deck. That's pretty impressive. Being able to...
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
To Freya. That looks very girly. The cassette tape has a crack down the middle. There's a handwritten message on the label, to Freya. Okay.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
Okay. Let's go with that one first.
It's piano music.
Plays for a short while before stopping.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Ooh! Wait a minute. We have... Hold on. I'm going back to that because we literally...
That's the only door in and out of the room.
It's also on the floor.
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there.
It's so dark back there.
Somehow the sunlight doesn't seem to be making it very far into the room.
No, obviously when there's only windows in one side.
The whole room has a strange feeling about it.
Yeah, those pillars don't look that stable.
Yeah, there might be a reason for that.
Okay.
Supposedly, Freya was... Looks like she
Didn't
was...
even get a chance to clean her brush.
Yes, okay, we know that. Well, oh.
Freya's painting supplies.
Small glass pots of red, yellow, blue, black, white, and black and white paint. The glass pots are all cracked down one side. That's weird. Oh.
Flora... Fellow?
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
Well, we got a first person,
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think we will get much out of this one.
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried.
Okay.
Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya? She's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
Okay, so...
Anything we should know? Any hobbies? Besides staring out the window?
Ah, so you can ask people about people.
Were you close
Okay.
with Freya? How are you two related?
I mean, we kind of know that.
Did you kill Freya?
Grimoire!
What? I don't even think she's listening.
Oh, she's listening.
Okay, well that, that really didn't give us anything at all. Right, well, let's move on. Where would be interesting to go? Well, I don't think we're finished up at the sort of base level here, so let's, Oh, ooh.
It's Tangle Tower. Or at least it's the mansion at the base of Tangle Tower.
Good point.
A little bridge leading back to the gardens.
What is that?
Giant glowing gemstone full of plants.
So, a greenhouse.
AKA a greenhouse.
Yes. Bench?
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
Or it's been worn.
It's a sea serpent turned into stone by a wizard.
If you say so. What happened to its head?
Beheaded. By the same wizard.
Her imagination doesn't lack.
You ever see a mushroom that big before?
Not in real life. A pointless little stone tower.
Isn't that...
I don't know. Might be a good hiding place.
Want to play hide and seek?
I could be persuaded.
I love the relationship that they have. Ooh.
It's a big stone dais.
Biggest one I've ever seen. First one, too.
Good point. Right, well, there doesn't seem to be...
Whoa. Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective.
Where's your
This
head?
is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
so a rival, eh?
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so? As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm.
Well,
He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear. But sorrowful? Mournful? I cannot say.
Well, we'll get to the bottom of this sometime soon. So what I assume happened, at least it's an early theory, is that the towers are opposite one another and about the same height. So if one were looking from the top floor of one tower, they would be able to see into the top floor of the other tower, and vice versa, obviously.
A giant...
Yes,
AKA
yes.
a greenhouse.
I forgot that you have to walk through it. Yes. Oh, so we also have markers where people are. That must be the gardener. Quite intimidating, I'd say. Let's talk to him. We can always click on things afterwards. Ooh.
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitzfellow, the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
That
I don't know.
was a weird question. Right, well, yourself.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like, condense it, as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA, sometimes.
Alteration? Like mutation?
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener. I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that?
No.
Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Interesting.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
Let's go later, because that is the end of this episode. We will continue the investigation and the interrogation of people in the next one. But until then, take care.